Welcome viewers, this is Danny from LEGO Buff Productions, here with a LEGO Star Wars Rogue One set review. Today we have Krennic's Imperial Shuttle, set number 75156, ages 9 to 14, and contains 863 pieces. Feel free to skip ahead to the part of the review you'd like to watch. You can click on the timestamps in the description if you're on a computer. The timestamps are also available in the comments if you're on mobile, or you can continue watching for the full video. Krennic's shuttle is just loaded with playability. First off, the main feature of the set is the wings opening. You can see they come down very nicely. It's a huge set. I'll give a zoomed out shot later just to show you how big it is. But the joints right here are actually really strong. You can see they're really reinforced right here. There's a lot of different parts. So when you fold it up, it stays. It's not like it's gonna fall back down. So when I fold the wings up here, they don't instantly just fall back down, they stay there even if I like wobble it a little bit. So I thought that was pretty cool the way they built those. There's also some spring-loaded missiles, one on each side. You can see the tails kind of sticking out, one right here, the other one on this side. And basically to fire those, all you have to do is push down on them. So I'll push down on this one right here, fires out. Same on this side, push down, fires out. The shuttle also has some landing gear. So I'll put up the wings to show you that. It's underneath, it's very simple to operate. Right now it's in the up position, but to pull it down, you simply just pull down on the landing gear. So up, down, very simple mechanism. Really like that, adds just a whole new look at the shuttle. One of my favorite parts of it though is the inside of this part. So let's take a closer look at that. This set is very easy to open and close. So first off, you can just open this front part by just pulling up and it lifts straight up like that. You can also pull down on these sides. They work in the same way where they just pretty much fold down. Again, this just folds up, the other sides fold down. Very simple mechanism. And then on the inside, there are tons of spaces to put minifigs and really anything else you want. So there's kind of two mini pilot seats with like control panels. I'll go ahead and put one Death Trooper in there just to show you that you can easily put a minifig in there. You can put the other Death Trooper on the other side if you'd like. And then there's little stairways to go up to this main control area, which is where Krennic is supposed to be. And then the other side is the exact same. Again, you can put in another fig right there and then another walkway. I'll go ahead and close up these sides and just show you this main control part right there. That's where Krennic would stand. I'll pick him up here and fit him right in there. He has a bunch of control panels for use right there. Really cool spot. This top part just goes right down, but to have it close all the way, you'll have to have him sitting. So that's just the one downside. You can't have him standing up while it's in flight. Like so, there you go. And he fits pretty nicely in there. And that pretty much does it for the playability on Krennic's shuttle. I'm going to rate the overall playability of the set a 5 out of 5 bricks. The wings are massive when folded down and it is really fun to swoosh around. Also, the fact that the entire center part opens up and there's all those play features inside and you can see nearly the whole interior is awesome for playability. You can put a lot of figs in there, make a lot of scenes on your own, possibly make some brick films just inside of that cockpit area. Also, it has that loading ramp or ramp to get on that comes down from the center part. That's really cool, and that it operates even with all the sections closed. Also, you have the spring-loaded missiles on there, which are nice, and the other gun details that you can pretend that you're firing with. LEGO did a phenomenal job with the accuracy of the set. When the wings are fully expanded, the shaping of the entire set looks great, especially the angles, the size of this part up here looks great. And when they're folded up too, it's like the exact shape from the movie. Although it is a little bit difficult to get them exactly straight, so it would have been a little bit nicer if they could do that a little more accurate, because when you just leave like this, they're folded out a little bit. Another great part, we see it in the trailer, although if you weren't looking for it, you may not have noticed it, but if after seeing the movie, you might recognize it in the trailer, is the part where the ramp comes down, and LEGO did a great job of including that. You can even see it, if we zoom in a little bit there, on the bottom, you can see it coming out there. And this is like almost the exact position of the ramp, especially like looking at it from the trailer. So LEGO did a great job with incorporating that ramp down there. Kudos to LEGO for that. It's pretty difficult to decide if the rest of the interior of Krennic Shuttle is accurate because we don't really see any shots from inside the shuttle in the movie, just those exterior shots where we saw like the ramp coming down. So other than that, LEGO did a great job. I'm going to rate the accuracy of this set a 4 out of 5 bricks just because of the wings don't go exactly straight up, but that is really it. Everything else is extremely accurate on the set, just like it is in the movie. The set contains 6 minifigs, the first being K2SO. This is some sort of droid, probably a protocol droid. He has a brand new torso mold with some printing on there, and he's using the Super Battle Droid legs in black. Now, a cool thing about this droid is that the hinges that the arms connect to actually have the Imperial logo printed on the end of them. So there you can see the Imperial logo right there is printed on the end of the droid. So I thought that was a really cool addition. I really have never seen that done before on LEGO, such a small area to print it, that they have to fit it on there perfectly. And it's the exact same on the other side. There's a stud on the back of the torso, but there's the exact same printing on the other side. Very impressive. Kudos to LEGO for that. And he does also have a really cool new head that's attached to the torso piece. The next minifig is Bodhi Rook. I believe that's how you pronounce it. He has some printing on the front of his torso, however, no printing on his legs. He has some sort of backpack on the back with some back printing that we'll get to in a few moments, and he's holding a small blaster. The front of his face on this side, he is wearing some goggles and has a very scruffy kind of beard going on there. His face, however, is double-sided. On the other side here, he has no goggles on and he is smiling. You can also see the back torso printing right there. Next up is Pao, P-A-O. He has some nice printing on the front of his torso there and some printing on the front of his legs. He also has some sort of backpack with an antenna sticking out, and that is a sticker on that curved slope right there. He's holding a long blaster rifle, and he has a really interesting headpiece on there that has 2 different colors. So the main print is in that kind of orangish, light orange, kind of brownish color, and then on there printed on the back is that kind of tan color. The other side of his face has him screaming at the top of his lungs. You can see his entire mouth open there with his teeth surrounding that giant mouth. And then you can also take a look at his back printing there. Next up is Director Krennic. He does have some General Admiral type printing on the front of his torso with no printing on his legs. He's wearing one of those new softer capes, not rigid like the older ones. You can easily bend and stuff and lift it up to reveal the printing on the back of his torso. He is holding a regular blaster rifle in that kind of metallic silver color. And the thing I'm surprised about is he only has a one-sided face. You would think that he is some sort of main character. He would probably have a double-sided face, however, just one-sided on this minifig. Finally, we have the Imperial Death Trooper. There are 2 of these included in the set, however, they are identical, so there's only a need to show one of them. This is my favorite minifig in the set. There is some incredible printing on the front there, very detailed, both on the front of the torso and the front of the legs. He also has some nice printing on the back that's kind of covered up a little bit by the pauldron, which hangs over his shoulder. I really like the addition of this pauldron there. It's a cloth piece, really adds a lot to the minifig. And he has this really cool helmet in this new mold right here. I've never seen this mold before. And there's a lot of printing on that as well. So it's not just a cool mold, there's a lot of printing, especially on the front there. You see the kind of green on the bottom of the helmet there, and then just a lot of cool shaping, a lot of cool angles with this helmet. And he comes with a generic regular blaster, and so does the other one. Beneath his helmet, he has just the regular generic clone trooper face. And that is it for the minifigs. I'm going to rate the minifigs in the set a 5 out of 5 bricks. You do get 6 minifigs, and 3 of them are main characters, which is awesome to get 3 main characters in just one set. You also get 2 of those Death Troopers, which I love their helmets. LEGO really went all out with that mold and printing on there. Also, nearly every minifig has an accessory besides their weapon and their regular body or hairpiece. Most of them have backpacks, capes, or pauldrons. The value of the set is the best out of all the new Rogue One sets that we've gotten. For a $90 set, it is only 10.4 cents per piece, which is only 0.4 cents above the 10 cent per piece guideline. You also get 6 minifigures, as I mentioned before, 3 of them being main characters, and the other ones also being very detailed, especially those Death Troopers. The ship is also ginormous, and it is one of the main ships that we see in Rogue One. Therefore, it can be used in several different mock scenarios or just for playing. The playability is also great on this. That is why it gets my rating of 5 out of 5 bricks for the value. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review of this set. Don't forget to check out my channel for some other awesome LEGO videos, as well as all the new Rogue One set reviews. Thanks for watching and have a great day.